You are now relearning economics.
Welcome back to the Relearning Economics live stream. I'm back. It's Sunday morning for me. What am I doing? I don't know. Some of you, it might be Sunday evening. You're getting ready for the work week. I hope that goes well for you. My work week, what I'm doing right now is I'm calibrating a national model. It's a system dynamic model. And one of the ways I can calibrate it is make it an input-output model. So what I'm doing is I'm taking real-world data, and I'll take one variable, and I'll make it exogenous. So I'm taking the actual data, and I'll plug that anywhere into the model, depending on the variable, and then I can kind of test. It makes for a test, a control, to see, where my issues are in the model, where it starts diverging over time, where that cone of uncertainty is. That's my job this week. What else is going on? Social media. Have you guys ever heard of a guy named Per Byland? He's an Austrian economist. We've been going at it, I guess, for a couple of years, mostly on, ideology and stuff like that, what the economy ought to be. I've always expressed that economics should be more of a positive endeavor versus a normative one. Of course, he is probably would disagree with that. I've challenged him to debates, not just on this channel, the Steve Keynes channel. I'd even do it on the Mises Institute and, take him to the woodshed and beat up on him there. So that's going on. He said some stupid thing about, Steve, he's only an aggregate scientist or something like that. And anybody who knows Steve Keene's work knows that that is not what Steve's about. In fact, he critiques, statistical aggregates and how they're used in neoclassical economics. So that's going on. LP Rashawn, he's making fun of the MMTers or an MMTer for actually explain this. Doug, we'll just put it out there. Doug says, he cares about forecasts, not policy, and that's fine. That's the same direction I come from. I actually thought about making up a quote, and the quote would be, "I care not who makes the policy, if I can create the economic models." Right. So the policy is derived from a lot of models out there, right? Unless you're an Austrian and you're just deductively thinking, that might be the case. But the main reason I wanted to do this show today is there's a game called Oiligarchy. It's kind of like a system dynamic game, and it's pretty cool. I've played it for a couple of years, so it's path dependent, right? So it can, many different things can happen in the game, and obviously it's about the oil industry. It's about the rise of a nation over, because it can extract oil, right? Or it can get other countries to extract oil. And I've always thought it's a pretty cool game, and it's really historical. So it kind of runs the US path of oil extraction. So I figure I'd play that today, just for the fun of it. If you're watching on my X, make sure you hit the like button, retweet it, or repost it now. If you're on YouTube, hit that like button. Make sure you're hitting the notification bell so you see my videos all the time. Same thing with on my Patreon. Oh, another thing on my Patreon. So I had a question from Zoe, longtime subscriber. Thank you, Zoe. And she asked, a pretty basic question. If the government is spending and releasing deficit spending and releasing a lot of, treasuries, is there a point that can become out of control, right? And the yields rise. So because the treasury loses its value, the yield rise. It's inversely related. I kind of went back and forth with her on DMs on the Patreon. And really, there is a paper out there. Maybe I'll post it in the chat later. And by the way, hello, chatters. We've got Colin. Colin, are you Canadian? Greetings from Canadian in New York. So you're a Canadian in New York. What are you doing down there right now? Tony's in the house. Tony, it is really, really early for you on a Sunday. You should be still hungover from all the beers last night. What are you doing, man? Hendrik from Germany. Woo, woo. All right. That's cool. Hey guys, how you doing? So I'm trying this live stream on a Sunday, so I don't know how it's going to work, right? I'll try to do 3 a week and we'll see, which one gets the most views. But anyways, back to Zoe. And she asked, "Well, how does the government control that?" And I simple replies. I came in and said, "Well, the central bank comes in, right, and buys short-term bonds, right, to meet the target so things don't get out of control." And she said, "Well, that's not really possible. What about long-term bonds?" Well, there's many papers out there that long-term bonds are basically attracted to short-term bonds, right? So if you think about it this way, if the central bank goes in and mops up a bunch of treasuries, right? So takes them out of the financial sector's hands, right? Pushes up the value of those treasuries, lowers yields, right? It's how they make their target policy rate, open market operations. Short term rates really drive the longer term rates. So, what happens, let's say if you have a policy rate, the central bank sets a policy rate, it'll go into open market operations to match that policy target. So, they'll buy and sell short term treasuries. Long term treasuries, a lot of free market people say, well, that's the free market's domain. But really, their first price signal is short term rates set by the central bank. So let's say, and plus a premium on duration, longer bonds, higher yield just because of duration and risk. And so let's say you've got a 1 year bond and it's at 1%. And then we'll hypothesize you've got a 10-year bond, and because of the duration risk premium, it's at 2%. And the no shocks are happening. So, the economy's operating smoothly. And the central bank, okay, we're going to target 1.5. Well, then the long bonds just go to 2.5. But what happens, we do see, is the 10-year yield will invert sometimes with the short end yields, or it'll go higher. So there would be these permutations happening. And those are like daily price signals. But the strongest signal that market always gets is the policy rate and short end yields, right? Those don't go away. So you might have news, Trump doing something really stupid, let's say, and that makes news for the day, and yields will either go up or down. But the next day, in our fast, like moving society where we got the 24-hour news cycle, now social media, that news is gone, and it reverts to taking the signal from those low treasuries, so short-term treasuries, or the policy rate itself, and it will always tend to the short end yields, right? And plus the risk premium that's put on top for duration. So I told Zoe I was going to kind of address that. There is a paper. I'll try to put it in the chat link. 3 a.m. Tony. Jeez, man, you must be on some coffee right now. I wanted to check out this game. I wanted to play along with it. I'm going to bring it up. Let me just share the screen. Share it. And we'll just come back on here. Do I want this? Yeah, we'll do it in this screen right now. I should be doing like something like this for a screenshot later and be like, okay, now I got my screenshot. So I put up like some like fake screenshots, or like a thumbnail for like before I do the show. But I like having like a live thumbnail. Unfortunately, I can't make the thumbnail until it's we're live. So I just did that, right? So if you're wondering why I'm being an idiot, other than like the normal conditions of me, um, hey Ty, if MMT said, let's see what this is. If MMT says government can just print fiat dollars, then why does any government need to borrow or sell bonds or treasuries? Well, I've been asked this question many times, and of course MMTers say, well, you just don't have to. It's an unnecessary constraint. Picture it this way. It is possible if we had like some world, Bretton Woods part 2, and every country said, you know what, we're not going to do treasuries anymore. We're not going to have these safe assets. Governments are just going to overdraft their Fed accounts and put the money into reserves. Problem is, if only one country does it, that's a signal for the dollar. So when you're trading currency pairs on the open market, like I was talking about treasuries, they're taking signals, right? And one of the biggest signals for currency pairs is the treasury yield, right? So if you eliminate that, and you're the only country that does it, your currency tanks. So that's one of the first factors, which could be overcome by some international agreement. Um, the second factor really is they perform a really good function in our society. They are a safe asset, so they're in retirement funds, investment funds, and so the normal people that don't even participate in the treasury market have them in those funds for retirement, et cetera, et cetera. The second you eliminate, let's say, a government safe asset, that opens the door to the private sector creating these so-called safe assets like CDOs, swaps, default swaps and stuff like that. And you got 2008 all over again. So those are some of my thoughts on that. I'm going to play the game though. So this game is pretty cool. I'm going to press the play button. We're not going to do the tutorial. Basically, you've got your oil field. Now, an oil person would be like, well, this is pretty dumbed down, but it is a fun game because it matches reality. So you've got actions you can do, right? You can explore for oil, pump it out with a little dredge, or not a dredge, what do you call those? Big well. You can bulldoze things. You can look at your stats, right? Obviously, I'm in year one, so nothing's happening. My board, look at those smiling faces. Really good thing. So I need to find oil first. So we can do an exploratory run, and we're in Texas right now. I think I can do the map. Okay, we found some oil. So we can say we want to put a pump there. Now we're pumping oil. And also, so you've got Alaska, right? We'll get into that. You've got Texas, you got Washington, so you can put politicians in. You got Venezuela. Well, I think this might be Nigeria, and then of course you've got the Middle East. Very, very stereotypical graphics going on here, and then you just press the play button, and things happen. So you're looking at oil demand and actual extraction. You can go into your stats, and of course, nothing much is coming up right now, just kind of in the first sequence of events here. And there's more demand than there's supply. So obviously, we're going to put in another pump here, bring up the oil. Then you can press play. And there's an election every 10 years. And then events happen. So depending on if you put people in power that are oil friendly, you'll get more of these where you can increase and then this game it's a parody of oil. So we're increasing oil addiction by 7% using fertilizers now to boost world grain production, right? So that's going to boost my demand. So if I go for the next one, I'm already overshooting with demand versus my supply. What do I got to do here? Let's do this one. Right now, we're still in Texas, 1949. There's a small little deposit there. Drop a well in. And of course, you'll get these random notes as you go through the game, right? So we had the green revolution, then clean air. So, okay, what does this do? To increase standards in oil production in order to prevent spills and reduce environmental costs. So, depending on the government, and you can influence it by buying your government officials, it'll actually pass plans that lower oil demand or increase it. You'll see when we do our next election thing, that's what will happen. Oh, and so we've got another. So here's another addiction increase by 5%. Petrochemical derived pesticides and herbicides are stabilizing food production and increasing yields. Now, let's make this bigger so everybody can see. There we go. No Alberta. I know. So I'm pretty sure, a hardened American made this game. So they're not thinking about Canada, and they're not thinking that, the U.S. can't actually. Well, so in this part of the game, the U.S. could refine the oil they had because it was very thick. This is back in 1950 in the game time right now, right? But obviously nowadays with their fracking, they can't actually refine that themselves, which is kind of funny. They got to take our oil in and refine it, which is kind of the joke's on Canada because then we turn around, especially here in BC, and we get our refined gasoline from Washington State. But it is what it is. Carry on with the game here. So there's an increase in demand. Go to the next year. And this is the election thing. So I'm going to participate. I'm going to put money into one of these. We got the donkey party and the elephant party. So we play it, and I think the red one's going to win. So I'm just dumping all my money in this guy there. And so now I've got representatives that are paid for oil representatives, right? And then you've got people that are unpredictable, and then the Greens right here. And so now, because I won that election, I've got a person in power, and I can go and start little classified events around the world. So Finance Shia's opposition for a regime change in Iraq. We'll leave that off for now. We're not going to worry about that. We got one little protester. We're just going to keep on pumping here. We'll go to 1952. Still got a match in supply and demand. You can see how oil addictions increased. You can see how our production's gone up. See kind of the match between supply and demand. So I'm supplying more than what's demanded. That's the price. So it's kind of gone up. I guess that's my money. And that's some form of gross domestic product. And let's keep in mind, like Steve Keynes' work, right? He really shows that energy is a huge driver of the economy and productivity, right? So all productivity in aggregate is defined by just increased energy use. So we'll carry on 1953. Oh, the Hale Highway approved. To develop an interstate system inspired by the Nazis' Autobahn in order to give everyone the freedom to drive faster. This will increase oil addiction by 10%. Looks like I'm going to have to I'm going to anticipate that I'm going to need a little more oil. So I'm going to put another there, and then you can see it now. I've got more room. Oh, and now look at, so now that I've elected oil friendly government, dismantled tramway transportation in big cities so the historic trolleys can be preserved in museums. This will increase oil addiction by 5%. I think I'll put the link in the chat for this game too. It's a fun little game. So as you can see, things are rising there. I'll just go to the next year. Oh, the birth of suburbia. So wow, we are in the 1950s for sure. Increasing oil addiction by 8%. City dwellers are increasingly moving to the suburbs in search of a quiet country life. All right, so we're gonna have to put some more wells in. We're gonna have to go discover some more oil. So we're going to explore here throughout Texas, West Texas. Oh, we got another deposit. So I think I can put a well right there too. And go to the next year. All right. And check our stats here. Things are, so right now we've got the capability to do about 150 billion barrels of oil a year. We're using the nation is using 119 billion barrels per year. You can look at the oil addiction. It's gone up quite steadily right now. All my my board members, the big smiles on their faces. I do really fine in the 1950s. I'd be a rich capitalist for sure. Unbelievably rich. Let's go to 1957. Not much is happening there. Obviously, demand's going up. Go to 58. We've got another. So what does this do? New jobs Act to create job opportunities for the poor animals in the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge by establishing an oil extraction industry. So now, if I want to, I can go into Alaska, I can drill in the sea, go up there. But right now, oil's still fine in West Texas. We'll go again here next year. Oh, this government I got is doing great for my business. To commemorate the dead dinosaurs in the fallen forests that made today's oil reserves by cutting the taxes on oil. So now I'm going to make more money. This is perfect. Great stuff, guys. Let's go to 1960s or 1960, and still my government is doing great for my business to cut gas sales taxes in order to defend the citizens' right to never-ending motorized vacations. This will increase oil addiction by 5%. So I know I'm going to need some more rigs. So I'm going to put 2 in. In they go. It's going to boost my production now. We got another every 10 years there's an election in this game. I'm going to go for the elephant party again. Of course, this represents the Republicans. I think they're doing a good job for me. Oh, Democrats are doing. I better give them some money too. Oh, give them some money. Give everybody some money. Oh, I've got even more representatives now. That's perfect. That's perfect. A couple of protesters, but we'll worry about them later. It's pretty minimal. Go to 1962. Things are looking good. Got the boss. We'll remove oil addiction here. So we're up to 200 billion barrels a year. I think that's what that stands for. Tony, you would know. You're an engineer. Billion. That's billion barrels. I think because this is an American game. Um. So cool. All right. Nothing catastrophic yet. It's gonna keep going here up to 1964, 65. Oh, we've got another bill. Dismantle train tracks to free passengers from the tyranny of the rails and put them in freer forms of transportation. This will increase oil addiction by 8%. Let's see if we can find some more oil here. Kind of covered all the ground in West Texas. We might have to go some. Oh, there's another place. Put a well there. And as you can see, these wells deplete over time. So, as you can tell, there's going to be issues coming up. Go to the next. Oh, we're already pushing supply. What we can do here, what is this, $1,000? Those are 500, 2,000. I can't even afford that. So let's kind of see if we can make some things happen. Just going to start a little bit of a, you know, ruckus in the Middle East. I'm going to launch that operation, see what happens. Go down to Venezuela. Maybe do some deep sea exploration, explore land, explore sea. See if we can find some new deposits for the future. Oh, there's a big one. And I think you can tell how big the reservoirs are. So that is 5 trillion barrels of oil in there. Well, that's pretty good. Things are looking good for the Americans. Oh, we've got a supply and demand issue. So that's been quite a while since we've had that issue. Did I save enough money to build some wells here? No, we're gonna have a supply issue for a little bit. So I have to go through. Obviously, there's gonna be a price issue. Price is going up now. I still don't have enough money to build a big enough well. Oh, I do. I do. I do. Here's what we're gonna do. Gonna go back down to Venezuela. Gonna drop in a platform. Now we got lots more oil going on here. But we don't want to quit. Got a new So, to subsidize car transportation by any means necessary, from free parking to infrastructure maintenance, this will increase oil addiction by 6%. My business is doing good here, guys. I am a real oil capitalist. I'm an oil tycoon, you could say. There's that new production coming online there. Got more than enough. I've noticed in this game, the price never comes back down for oil. So if I have like a supply shock, a supply and demand shock, once that oil shoots up, it ain't never coming back down. I think they could have made that part of the game a little more realistic. Oh, I've got some unhappy board members. Well, they're going to be getting knocks at their door. I'll tell you that right now. Got another election. Boy, look at this. We've got division in this nation, just what the oil companies want. So I can put money into anybody. I'm going to win. We're going to really put the Republicans or the Elephant Party there. We got some of these eco-friendly type, those green people, I tell you. Oh, we got more and more protesters. What should we do here? Fund a right-wing opposition party in Venezuela in order to obstruct socialist reforms. Absolutely. Absolutely, we're going to do that. I'm in this for the profits and the profits alone. I'm going to drill, baby, drill. Still got good supply and demand going on. You know, it's 1972. West Texas is still going, but you can see there's some depletion. Oh, we've got another great to pressure the Venezuela government to reduce royalties and block its influence on the region. This will reduce the royalties from this region by 10%. That's great. That's great. So these low key operations are doing what we need to do. Now we're going to do a little bit more. Infiltrate Venezuela's secret services and establish connections with the military's high officers. Done. I like that. I like the sound of that. I like it a lot. While we're down there, let's do some more exploration in the ocean. See if we can find a. Oh, we found a new reservoir. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Let's drop in. Did we got enough money? We don't have enough money. Better be careful here. Go to 1974. Oh, well, this is bad news. Scientists have found that certain gases released in the atmosphere are likely to produce dramatic climate changes. Well, let's just bury this article because that is not good for business whatsoever. Let's check out some other areas we can kind of explore to put some wells in. I think this is Nigeria. Might be wrong. All right, we found some new deposit, so we can put in a well right there. Chop down some trees. Get a little more supply. Let's talk to the village people here. Raid the tribe. Ignore pollution. Well, let's just ignore pollution for now. Let's get these people on America's side. Next, 1975, nothing's happening. 76, nothing's happening. Peak oil. The extraction of crude oil in the state will start to decline from now on. Oil producer must find untapped national and foreign resources. Well, let's just bury that for now. Let's check out what's going on here. Yeah, it's definitely a lot of them are halfway down here. That could be problematic. Tony, what do we got here? In the oil industry, BBL is an abbreviation for barrel. One barrel is equivalent to 42 US gallons or approximately 159 liters. Thank you, Tony. Appreciate the fact check there. You know, if you're ever in Canada, make sure you come to the West Coast. You can stay at my house. You can teach me some engineering math. I'm always into learning. Let's continue on in the game. Press the we got a supply issue. We gotta go down to Venezuela here. We got the money for another offshore rig. They're the most expensive rigs in this game. That'll give us some supply. Looking good. Let's look at our stats. Get the price out there. So we've got more supply. We're at 442 billion barrels per year capacity. Only using 367. This is represented in the year 1979. Let's check out if we can screw around with the rest of the world. Promote a coup against the Venezuela democratic government and create a friendlier environment for foreign investors. Well, I'm one of those foreign investors. We need that. We need to do that now. And we need to drill, baby, drill. Things are good. 1980. Just keep pumping it. We got another election. Still a very divided country. That's the way countries should be, right? Pump in a bunch of money to the Elephant Party, a little bit to the Democrats. Oh, they really want to go. Looks like we've got a Democratic win, but guess what? I oiled up the Donkey Party. Donkey Party's in power now, but they're all oiled. My agenda will still get through. Check things out. Maybe we should start something. Use our ally Kuwait to damage Iraq's economy. This may provoke a conflict and provide a justification for intervention in the area. Sure, let's do it. Why not? 1982. Drill, baby, drill is approved. This is my favorite act. To create incentives for tapping new oil reserves by assuming the legal risks of exploration and development in the company's stead. So now I can explore for oil for free. It won't cost me any money. So if we want to look like on the mainland of Venezuela, this is free now. So we can go boop, boop. Oh, the people are running away and the birds. Oh, look at all this oil. I love it. Oh, nothing there. Okay, so we got some untapped reserves in the future. This is good. Things are looking up. Oh, we still got it untapped there. That's good. Could we just drop this guy right here? Here we go. This will really start producing. 1983, my birth year. So in the game, this is when I would have been born. Things are good. That's great. See if we got any operation. Oh, things are not looking good there. There is. It's glowing yellow. That can't be good for things. What could I do in New York? Oh, let's wait to do this and try to keep it close to 9/11. Try to keep the historical part of this game correct. 1984. Oh, this is a little bit early. So in the game, I think it was what, 1989 or 1990 that Iraq invaded Kuwait. They're doing it in 1984. So this is why I say this game's path dependent. I've played it a couple times, so I know what's going on. And I think what we can do is actually go protect. Yes, we can. We can. Okay, so let's have the Gulf War. There we go. There we go. Boom. Shock and awe. Shock and awe, baby. Shock and awe. Boom. Mission accomplished. Hoorah, America. You have saved the day. Let's go to 1985. What is this? Environmentalists claim that CO2 emissions are responsible for global warming and ask for regulations. Well, that's not going to help my profits. Speaking of which, we're doing good. Doing good. Let's keep on going here. There. So I've got a lot of good people in government right now. We've got a new act called Sweep Under the Carpet Act to calm down global warming conspiracy theorists by marketing carbon sequestration as a solution to climate change. See, problem solved, guys. I don't know why everybody was so worried. Let's go to 1987. Troubles in Augenland. Oh, is that here? Well, maybe we need to speak to the local government. Well, I'm gonna have to. Didn't want to have to do this, but I'm gonna have to quell the opposition here because they don't know what's good for them. We gotta produce oil. Are these dead fish? Oh, geez. Geez, the impact I'm having on this planet. Let's ignore that. Let's go to somewhere prettier. There, the jungle. Occupying. What? What? Well, this is pretty extreme. I can't say this on YouTube, but I'm going to do it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh geez. So do I have to build a new well there? I build a bigger one. How's that? There we go. Production's gone up. You'd figure all those problems, we'd have a production issue, but it turns out production's going to keep on going up. Good stuff. Going into 1990. According to a recent poll of 80% of citizens mention global warming as a maximum priority issue. Let's just throw that away. Did we have a list? Here we go. Here we go. Equal Flights Act to enable subsidies for airports and planes that will ensure that even wage poor women and minorities can afford to fly once in a while. This will increase oil addiction by 8%. Drill, baby, drill. Oh, yeah. So let's find some more oil. Let's see what's going on right here. Looking good. Looking good. So can I drop one? Oh, it won't quite. I'm not going to be able to drop anything there, but I can drop a big one here. And I can drop a big one here. So we lose some trees. It's all about oil production, right? Keep the economy growing. We got another holy. Can it be any more divided? Who are we going to get put in power this time? Always like the elephant party. Looks like they got it. Oh, I've got even more. It's the 1990s, and I've got basically everybody in a couple greens down here. Oh, this is great. What's going on down here? Oh, wow. All sorts of problems. Create a monster. Create a monster. Internal dissent is rising. Create a long-bearded Muslim villain to scare the citizen and reinvigorate unity. So I'm going to bring back unity to my country. So these guys hopefully will start disappearing. Let's drill. Let's drill. Oh, we're reaching a supply constraint. Oh, so notice how supply is going down now. This is what's happening in West Texas because the oil fields are depleting so fast. Less and less is coming out. Fortunately, we got another area in our country we can start exploring for oil. So we're going to do that. We don't need to worry about the whales. Look at that big reservoir. Oh, just put one in right there. Boom. Production just continues to go up. Anarchy in Iraq. Oh, no. Oh, no. We lost Iraq. Okay. Let's do Operation Define Justice. Our interests in the Middle East are still strong. Another war may be unpopular, but we have to take back Iraq. Let's do it. Shock and Awe Part 2. This is a beautiful thing. This is actually this is why I love this game because it's a parody of what's happened. Did we lose? Oh, we lost. Oh, that turned into a Vietnam. What the hell? go to 1995. Oh, geez. We are getting rebellions everywhere. Let's go speak to the local council again. We got to defend the wells. Corrupt gang that steals. Okay, let the Nigerian Delta rebels steal some oil to avoid troubles for a year. Okay, I think that makes sense. Let's rebuild that. Gotta keep production up here. Let's go down to Venezuela. Obviously, we want to put a well in here. There we go. 1996. Let's part 3, or maybe the second or third year of this war. Invasion. Illegal invasion. Mission accomplished. That's why you don't mess with America. Not at all. I think we need another well, though, don't we? We do. So let's put one right here and right here. Yeah. So some trees go down. Such is life. We need to produce. Let's see what our okay, look at that. Almost up to 1 trillion barrels a year. Wow, look at my board. Super, super happy. I'm loving this. Loving this a lot. Okay. What could go wrong? Oh, look at we got so much supply left. Let's see what's going on in the world. Okay, we don't need more troops there. Let's do this now. I think we're in 1998. A new Pearl Harbor. For a new American century, we need a new Pearl Harbor to awake the sleeping giant, provoke and facilitate a major and spectacular terrorist attack in the homeland. Done. Done. Look at all these protesters. All I've done is given you guys oil. I've given you so much oil. 1999. Year 2000. See what else is going on here. Oh, look at there is unrest. There is unrest in America. Problematic. Let's go to 2001. We got an election. Oh, the donkey party's way ahead. Okay. Let's feed them the money. Oh, look at that. I'm owning the government right now. This is good for me. Good for me. I like it a lot. We're going to need some more wells going, though. So let's drop a bad boy right here. Boost production. This is great. Let's see how our original... Oh, yeah, those are draining. So I think you can look at production. So it's only doing 25 billion barrels a year. Actual recovery is 7 billion. Okay. So it's really declined from its peak. That's okay. We've got the rest of the world to exploit. We need some more. So we're going to have to drop, I'd say, a little guy here. And then a big one right here. Take some more trees. We've already explored this area, so there's just no oil. That's probably the end of the production we can extract. Oh, look at that's empty. So I drained that. That was 5 trillion barrels of oil. And it could do 100 billion a year. It's down to 34 billion a year. So that's quite, it is declining, only 16% left. So we've really drained that. Let's go to 2004. I haven't seen this terrorist attack yet. Let's, the dark side. Insurgency is rising in the Middle East. We need to collect information to dismantle terrorist networks, authorize the use of torture in our secret prisons. Well, In the interest of profits, I got a business to run. So here we go. What's going on down here? We've got places we can look. Okay. Let's do something here. Something here. Something over here. Okay, things are good. Now, can I put one right there? Oh, I can. And I can put one right there. There. Okay. Production. I don't know if they're gonna give us any more. Defend wells. Oh, sure, I'll pay. Corrupt gang. Sure, I'll pay. You gotta do what you gotta do, right? We got that still in progress. 2005. Operation. Okay, let's put some more troops. Make sure we got a lot of untapped land here that I think is going to come into play pretty soon. 2006. SUV craze. Despite emerging energy and environmental issues, gas guzzling sport utility vehicles are becoming the symbol of the new middle class. This will increase oil addiction by 6%. We better get ready to pump some oil. Let's just drop one here. We've got demand. We anticipate it. We'll be okay. Drill, baby, drill. Let's look at our stats. Up to 1.3 trillion capacity each year. 1.1 trillion being used. Our board's happy. Gross domestic products growing like no tomorrow. Oil still relatively cheap. Oil addiction. Let's remove these two plots here. Is at 98%. Where did it start at 30? Wow, great. Great stuff. Let's go to 2008. Let's go to 2009. Climate catastrophe. Wars. What? Huh? They're attacking us in Iraq. Well, we'll deal with that in a second. Climate catastrophe. Climate change related disasters are seriously damaging the world economy. This will reduce GDP growth by 1%. Well, if I just drill more, I can offset it. So let's not worry about that. No need to do that. I still got my soldier there. Let's go to the situation room. Put some more soldiers there. Keep that under control. Gonna put some more rigs down. Like one here, one here. Keep our production going. Sure, we're working with the local governments. 2010, made in China. Your goods are coming from far away. East Asia is becoming the center of world manufacturing. This will increase oil addiction by 6%. Well, now I've got the Chinese as my customer. See, I have made a great cat. What did somebody destroy my thing? How dare you? Put that back. Everything else is still good. Pretty much taken all the land area I can get here. So there's always Alaska. Just put another platform right here. Here we go. 2011, new election. Look at the elephant party. All right, let's pump them up. There are peeps this election cycle. Good stuff. Now, you can go a number of directions in this game. Obviously, you can see the direction I'm going. But just put some more troops in Iraq there just to keep that under control. And let's we haven't explored right there. So let's just kind of see close to shore if we can pick up another deposit. Nothing there. So let's go onshore. We don't have to worry about the elk and the birds. We need oil. There's a couple little deposits. Here's a good sized deposit there. 2012, Black Tide. What's this? A major oil spill occurred in Alaska. It might be the most devastating man-made environmental disaster ever. Well, geez, only $1,000. Well, I can eat that for breakfast. No big deal. Let's put in some more pumps. Drill, baby, drill. We're supporting China now. Put some more troops in Iraq. I got a plan for them. The U.S. is attacked. Hijacked jets killed thousands of civilians in a day of terror. The president vows revenge. So in the game, it came 12 years later than it happened. I guess because I didn't launch the operations in the right order. But we've achieved what we need to achieve there. And if we look, okay, well, we still got some environmentalists, but the other side, they're a little more happy. We need to shut that down. Unleash a wave of hysteria with fake biological attacks targeting media and politicians. If we get caught, we can blame one of the many mad scientists on our payroll. Oh, ingenious. Ingenious. Next year, they're attacking in Iraq. We need to build some oil. We need to start taking the oil. Let's explore. Bam. Bam. Let's see what we got here. Holy, look at these deposits. Oh, geez. I'm loving it. We are dropping in wells like no tomorrow. Look at that. And I think we can put the special forces, so private forces, in there to defend the wells. This is beautiful. What a beautiful sight. American might. What else can we do? Homeland Security Advisory System. It works like a remote control for mass anxiety. If you want scared, obedient citizens, you only have to set it to red. What a system. This is incredible. Submit. We're going to do it. And look at how it's pushed down. Look at, I have a undivided country. This is what I've strived for. Drilling as much as I can to bring unity to the country. Incredible. Incredible. What can we do over here? Operation New Forward. So the job's not done in Iraq. We'll put more troops in there. Because you know what? We're going to be put some new wells in there too. They're attacking our plant. This is why we've got people there. We need some more wells though. Put one there. Put one there. Put one there. Production is going through the roof. We're going to defend these guys. Well defended. 2018. Let's look at what we're recovering here. Woo-wee, almost 2 trillion barrels a year. Well above demand. My board's happy. Things couldn't be any better. Let's look for some more oil. So right here. Right here. We won't think about that we're actually running out of places to look for oil. That's for another person to worry about. They're attacking our plants. How dare you? It's almost tapped out anyways. And I can't fit a little guy in there. No, I can't. That's unfortunate. Right here. Can I put... And maybe just see their land polluted by activities. Well, that's their problem. We'll just support the local government here. That should solve the problem. And they are attacking our infrastructure again. How dare they? We're gonna need some more wells. And we'll defend it. Things are looking good. World's good. Do we got any operations? Sure, we need to pump up military. We got another election. Perfect. Peak oil. What? What? I don't know. My profits are still going up. I don't see nothing peaking yet. Oh, I like this. Patriots or Else Act to deter and punish terrorist acts in the United States and around the world and to enhance law enforcement investigatory tools and for other purposes. I like the other purposes. That is what we need. What's going on over here? Hugging trees not allowed in my country. Thanks to the Patriot or Else Act, we can infiltrate major environmental organizations and mess up their activities. Hello. Ching ching. What else can we do? Thanks to the Patriot or Else Act, we can infiltrate anti-war groups, consumer associations, and social justice movements threatening the unity of our nation. Notice how there are no protesters anymore. I am running this country. We are running out of oil. Oops, things just went bad. I better arrest most active eco activists, create a shitstorm on the radical green movement. How can I say no? We've got a problem here, though. We have reached peak supply of oil. I've got nowhere else to drill. Demand is this might be bad for gross domestic. Oil's shooting up. Oh boy. Well, all you can do is sit back and make profits. 2026. What else can we do? Divide it, we fall. Arrest most active members of quasi-subversive groups such as anti-war groups, consumer associations, and social justice organizations. Yes, of course. I see it's kind of... Oh, they took out one of my wells? Oh, there's zero. Nothing left there. But I got a little more production. There we go. Told you things are going to be okay. 2027, here we come. They're attacking. What? How dare you? See where we're at in our stats. Whoa, oil is... It is going exponential here. Problematic. How about money? My money's going up. That's all that matters to me. Any more operations we can do? Some more troops. Did they destroy one of my wells? What? Wasn't notified. Drop in my mercenaries, my private mercenaries. Put some more troops. 2029, here we come. They're attacking. It's okay. My mercenaries are holding it down. Oh, didn't work out. That's okay. I've got lots of money, and I'm putting it to good use. Put our missionaries back in there. Mercenaries, I mean. Definitely having a supply imbalance, but demand is slowly going down. I'm betting gross domestic product. Yeah, it's starting to curve down. So price per barrel is up to $41 in 2030, up from 2023 at $11. So this is quite a huge shock to the economy. Another election. We could try to reverse this and, save the planet, as the environmentalists would say, but we're doing this for the profit. This is what I'm talking about right here. We're doing this for the money. Make sure we support our friends in Iraq. We've got tons of troops now. Bike mania. Bike mania. What? Bikes don't use oil. What? 2034. Hitchhiking. Oh, it seems like the citizens are rising up against the government, reducing oil addiction. Let's see what the addiction. Oh, so it has come down. So this is peak addiction here from 2010 to 2031. Gross domestic to wow, 5%. It's not a good time to be a human on the planet I've created. Organic regeneration, reducing it by 4%. These guys are just eating right into my profits. They're attacking. Jeez, everybody's so ungrateful. Where are they attacking? I don't know. Nigeria? Oh, I see. Oh, I've depleted that. I just put that well in a couple years ago. It's already depleted. 7% GDP decline. Oil up to $163 a barrel. The donkey party. Okay, well, I'll support them. I'll just buy them off. They're clawing up there. We don't want to. Gas stations raided. These criminals. Turmoil all around the nation. Street gangs are taking control of thousands of gas stations. This is crime does not pay, guys. It does not pay. Look at all these ungrateful people. Who's this guy? A dissent. Okay, so these are just angry citizens are likely to vote for the opposition party in the next election. Well, guess what? I'll just pay the opposition party then. These are the environmentalists, those grimy environmentalists. 2043 invasion, locally grown products, farmer markets, and community supported agriculture are the grassroots answer to rising oil prices. This will reduce addiction by 5%. Let's look at our charts here. Oh, yeah, it's coming down. You can see oil production coming way down. Oil prices up to $224 a barrel. We got one unhappy guy there. Turning humans into oil. Oh, it's time to reconsider our rigid ethical frames. Human derived fuel is the ultimate solution to overpopulation and depletion. Okay, so let's start where Texas. Let's see what we can do here. So we just burn people. So now the bodies of humans can be used for oil. I think I've cracked the code here, guys. They're attacking. That's okay. I've got a new idea, and it starts in Texas. I knew it could solve this problem. Just boiling people. West Texas, the new capital of human incineration. This is pretty dark. This has turned pretty dark. Now, did it affect? I'm not really producing much more. I think I'm going to have to do a lot more drastic things here. Go veggie. Go veggie. Support it as a possible personal lifestyle. Vegetarianism is becoming a mass movement aiming to redefine world food production. Well, maybe there's a way out for everybody here. Am I making money off these human incinerators? I don't know. But West Texas just got a new lease on life. We might as well just take out all these wells are dried up. So we'll just boom, 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 boom. And then just open up the human factories. Let her rip. I'm hoping this helps. Okay, look it. We have reached equilibrium. Supply is finally going up. Prices have dropped. I think, so one of these scenarios, I'm pretty sure we went into World War III. And I think we need to do this everywhere. I think that's how we get to. So if we just, these are all depleted. So if we just go boom, 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 we don't need trees anymore. They're just getting in the way. So boom, 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 boom. Oh, look at that. This is human production at a grand scale. We have become one with the earth. That's going to change things. Yeah, look at that. Changed everything. We've got production going back up here. What a great world we live in. What about Alaska? What's going on? We don't need these anymore. We don't need the natural tundra anymore. Oh, I did have a few more spots of oil there. I forgot those. That could have got me another couple years. Oh, well. You no longer get buried anymore in the world I created. You get sent to a factory where we extract your human oils to power the world. Another election. Yeah, keep in power here. The elephant party is in power. Let's keep this going. People aren't happy anywhere. Nobody's ever happy. These guys will be happy. I'm going to take down the wells. We don't need these anymore. We're just going to see if we can get production up here. I don't think I've ever tried this version of the outcome, this path. Oh, look at that. Things are looking up. Look at this recovery. We went through the Great Depression here. Things are turning around. This guy's just never happy. I don't know what frowny face. What his problem is. Let's go in Iraq. We don't need any of this stuff anymore. Demolish, 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 demolish. Demolish. Nope, we don't need that. We want these. See? This is our future. We don't need oil. We need human oil. We don't need fossil fuel. I guess we're fossils when we die. That's the start of our fossilization. We fall in like a sand pit or something. So there's not much I can do except just kind of run the clock out here. Yeah, we don't care about that anymore. Sure. I think I've reached a winning path here, though. So you can see we've gotten into this equilibrium where just burning or extracting the humans that die, we can make 1.3 trillion barrels of oil a year. It looks like we solved the problem. Skip. We're almost into a new century. Not much I can do left in this game. We kind of reached this equilibrium. I've noticed a lot of acts have come across here that have way down to 34%. Whereas gross domestic is now exceeded where it peaked out before. So there is hope with just extracting the flesh and oils of human beings. There's a path forward. And look at this. Enjoy your retirement. So many things have changed since you went into business. It seems that oil is no more the blood of industrialization. People are living a sober life, using public transportations and moving into sustainable, densely populated communities. It sounds so nonsensical to you, but maybe you're just too old to understand. And that, my friends, was the game. It was pretty special. Now I've got to go to a baseball game, so I can't actually stay on long in this one. Um, but I just wanted to show everybody that game. Now I can put that in the chat. So that's it right there. You try it out. You might have to press in the search bar Oiligarchy when you get to the site. Fun game, fun chat. I'm glad you guys got to see it. You know, that's what I plan to do on my Sunday morning. Stop sharing. Can I do that? I can. Can. Beautiful stuff. Wasn't the most busy live stream, obviously, in the world. But that's what I wanted to do today. I want people to actually try that. Okay, so there's a bunch of scenarios. Well, listen, so there's a bunch of erratic things in my life. It could be my mic. It could be my life. My significant other says I'm erratic on everything. I'll try to work on the mic, but there's some other things I gotta work on too. Um, Ty, I think your mic volume level is erratic. It goes from normal level to very low. Not sure if it's very sensitive to your distance. Probably. Also noticed it on Fridays. I'll listen to the live stream after I get home from the. I did try to change some settings from Friday, but I'll see if I can make that work. But anyways, try out the game. There's a bunch of different scenarios that you can come to. You can go to a really dark scenario. You can actually get to a forex stage much earlier on, even before peak oil, if you choose to take those political paths. What I really like, I want to kind of write a blog on my Patreon. You can find me on patreon.com/relearning economics. I was thinking about writing a blog and putting a model in it, a system dynamic model. So that's probably coded as a discrete kind of agent-based model. But essentially it's stocks and flows. So you have your oil reserves, those are stocks, and then you're extracting them as your flows. So all your little pumps and stuff, right? And then they've got like shocks, you know, like the oil addiction, right, is creating more and more demand, right? So those exogenous switches that I could put in the model. Um, since you've talked, okay, what do you got, Tony? Since you talked about oil, do you now want to talk about electricity? Maybe on Tuesday when I live stream again. I've got a baseball game I gotta go to. I gotta go have a shower. Gotta eat some hot dogs, which probably contributes to oil use. Watch some baseball. I use wooden bats, so that contributes to trees being cut down. The baseballs themselves are probably not environmentally friendly. Those large fields of grass, that's not really good for the planet. But it's going to be fun. Baseball on a Sunday and hot dogs and a beer. But maybe Tuesday we can talk about electricity. We could do that because there's the whole argument, about renewables, right? Contributing to electricity. So yeah, we could talk about it. I just probably don't have. Oh, so I think not the Civilization 6, but I think it was like 4. So this was 10 years ago. And that's a fun game too. I like the Sim City games. Like, so Urban Dynamics was the inspired Sim City, the original Sim City. So I love those types of tycoon games. This one I did because it kind of did have a finish to it, and I could do it in a live stream. But yeah, no, I played one of the versions of Civilization, but not the newest ones. Just don't have the time. But maybe one day I'll pick it up. But yeah. Anyways, it's nice seeing a few people that hung out. People that'll watch this after. You're a Canadian. You suck down tree sap by the gallon. We make the best maple syrup on the planet, buddy. Yeah. Anyways, channel's doing good, right? The analytics are going up. I'm working with vidIQ, kind of like a pay service, and they give you extra analytics. So we're kind of got a vibe to this channel. It's going to be a live channel, and there's more and more viewers. Civilization 7. Wow. Yeah, I'm out of the loop. Sorry. I'm out of the loop. But anyways, channel's doing good. I'll see you on Tuesday. We're going to do, this one's going to be a fun one. So the game, yeah, okay, Sunday game, blah, whatever. The one on Sunday, I'm going to do a react video to Ray Dalio, and he's got a video out there. It's been out there for a few years. Again, kind of dynamically focused, except he doesn't formalize it with a math model. So we're going to dig into that and do that Tuesday. It'll be at 10. It'll be 10 p.m. Pacific time, my time, 1 p.m. New York time, 6 p.m. London time, 7 p.m. Central European time, 4 or 3 in Australia, Tony? I don't know. Anyways, it's fun. We'll see you in a couple days. Bye-bye.
You are now relearning economics.